we are going to be installing Recalbox on the RetroFlag GPi Case 2W, and just save yourself your blood, sweat, and tears and headache uh, from having to use any other system like RetroPie, because with RetroPie, you're going to have to do safe shutdown scripts and have to use patches for the screen, and then the sound doesn't work right out of the box. Just everything, it's just one major headache to use RetroPie. I really wanted to use RetroPie, and I tried to get it to work, tried different codes. I did so many different things to get it to work, but it just didn't work as of the operating system of February 26th, February 4th. I've been working on it the last couple of days, reading and scouring the internet on different codes people use, different recommendations. But as of the code they're using for RetroPie, it just doesn't work with the GPi Case 2W at the moment. And again, having to use RetroPie, you're going to have to do a lot of scripts. You have to do a lot of preparation to get it to work. Because when I used RetroPie, not only did I have to install the operating system, it with the imager, I have to already download the system ahead of time. Then I had to download the scripts and the patches, and then use it on a different case, which I had a different Raspberry Pi case, and then I had to putting the input codes for that. I had to use the putty software to get the codes into the system. And not only that, once I got the codes installed, I had to take everything apart again and connect it to my computer and install the patch, and then I had to install it into the RetroFlag GPi Case 2W. And then once I did that, the controls didn't work, the sound didn't work, so I had to again use my putty. But again, before I did that, I had to do everything first on a different case. I had to change all the settings. I had to change the screen to a 640 by 480, because by default it goes to whatever screen it's connected to, because that will cause power issues and blinking issues. So you gotta do that first. Change the keyboard settings on the RetroPie to be localized. For me, was America, so I had to install the keyboards for that. And what else I had to do? Then turn on the Wi-Fi, put in the Wi-Fi code. I had to do a lot of things to prepare ahead of time. Then I installed the patches, and then switch it over. And then when I got it here, then I had to go to my Putty app and then put in more codes to turn off and to reinitialize the commands for the controls. So I can input the up, down, left, right, and all the buttons here that are connected with this case. And yeah, it was just so please, Recalbox. At least at this moment, Recalbox is just easy. Just install the operating system on the card, put it into the RetroFlag GPi Case 2W, and that's it. It's just up and running. You can even hear the sound. So yeah, it's just ready to go. No installing scripts. And again, RetroPie is what I really wanted to use, and I wanted to be the one to make it work. I wanted to show people, like, if you really, really want the RetroPie to work, this is what you do. But I don't know, as a little bit of code changed happened with this, or a little bit whatever along the way. It's just now it's not working with the GPi Case 2W. And maybe it was never really meant to work with the GPi Case 2W. Maybe it works on like the GPi 1, but people have been trying. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of people trying to get it to work and different recommendations, but I guess with new code changes, new updates, it just doesn't work. But yeah, I gotta take a breath. I spent the last few days really trying to get it to work. Again, maybe RetroPie does a different update and then it works. Maybe. But again, recommend Recalbox. So let's get started on installing, at least showing you how easy it is to install the Recalbox with the RetroFlag GPi Case 2W. We're ready to install the operating system for the GPi Case 2W, and we are going to be using Recalbox. So that is what they recommend, and that is what I'm going to recommend, because I tried to get RetroPie to work, and it works sort of. It plays, but the sound is going to give you a lot of issues. Maybe the sound, even with all the codes and configs that I tried, that everyone tried to recommend, said they worked for them, didn't work for me because those codes were probably for a different build from a year ago or 3 years ago. And whatever the build is now, the sound is not working. And I tried all different ways, anything that I can look and try. It didn't seem to work. Currently, as of 2026 February, the builds didn't work for sound. So, and plus, I would also recommend using Recalbox because you don't have to install different patches and shutdown codes. Like here, you can see that I had the patch for the case, and it's just you type in different codes for the shutdown. But the Recalbox, you don't need to install any extra drivers. At least for now, don't have to install any drivers. So let us start. Here I have my micro SD card installed to my computer, and I'm going to show you how we're going to download Recalbox by going to the website and then going to their downloads. Here I have a Raspberry Pi, and then my model that we're using for this video is a Raspberry Pi 02W. I just want to double check if there's any W's in here. So I guess they're just gonna count in uh, the GPi Case 2W with the Raspberry Pi 02. So there, I don't think there is. We're gonna go with this one. So we're going to use their imager. You can download it. So we have the imager already installed. So let me turn that on. But in case you didn't have it installed, be sure to download the one for your system. Open up the app. Alright. We have a Raspberry Pi 02W. Next, we are going to look for the emulation and game OS, Recalbox, and then we're going to use a Pi 02 GPi Case 2W. This is the SD card that I have onto my computer. We're going to press next. You can review to make sure you got the right device and the right system. Then we're going to write it. Going to take about maybe a few minutes. This may be going a little bit faster than yours because I already downloaded the image beforehand, so I think it keeps like a safe, it keeps like a backup of that file. So if you ever need it again, it's already downloaded and ready to go. All right, write is complete, and we are finished. I'm going to install the card. Okay, we have the system here. Oh, I forgot I had it right here. Installing the card. Don't mind that this thing is missing. I've been doing a lot of experiments that have to keep taking it apart. Just need to turn it on. And then hopefully it's as simple as that. Probably going to take a couple of minutes to load up. Alright, it says welcome to Recalbox. Oh, went by too fast. The interface controls. Navigate, nothing more complicated. So initializing interface. And now it is finished. It says it's playing music right now. You can hear it playing music. And so yeah, I would recommend highly so far Recalbox is the one to use because RetroPie there's just too many issues currently at the moment and just too much work for I guess for a beginner to install a lot of that and know how gonna have to know a lot of different terminology, so maybe a little bit too much for some beginners who just want something really easy to install with the GPi Case 2W. And let's check the controls if they automatically work. Yep. Controls, you don't need to do any input. It just starts up automatically. No sound drivers. It's already had that installed. See, here we have the contrast on the side. The volume button right here. As for the safe shutdown, because with the RetroPie, you had to like put the switch in the middle and give it a few seconds, and then it'll start the shutdown process, and then you can turn it off once it's finished. Let me do a quick read on what I need to do for the safe shutdown. If the switch needs to be on or off. That for the case, you can turn the switch on. If not working automatically, you can enable it via the terminal. So let's see if it works similar to the RetroPie. Could put it right in the middle. And then wait a little bit. And then turn it off. So let's do the switch here. So let's try it one more time. So I'm going to do an experiment with the switch. I'm just going to turn it all the way off without using like the sleep mode. Just waiting for it to load up. Turn it off all the way. It's doing a safe shutdown. So I can confirm that the safe shutdown does work natively with the Recalbox. So again, if it did not work, we're gonna have to go into the terminal and then switch it. Of course, we'll need to turn on the Wi-Fi first on the machine. And this has been the RetroFlag GPi Case 2W.